Hello, Internet. It is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today we're going to be talking about Priscilla. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros. Uh, the critic score for this is quite good, 85%. How am I going to classify as a negative, right? There's no audience score or cinema score, though, which is weird. But hey, critics score 85%. That's obviously going to be a pro. So that's pro number one. Pro number two. This is directed by Sofia Coppola, who is the daughter of Francis Ford Coppola, if you weren't aware. And Sofia Coppola, what has she made? I know she Lost in Translation. I know that's a darn good movie right there. I know that. The Beguiled, I don't know about that one. I don't even remember what it was. I don't remember if this was well received or not. But yeah, I mean, still like Sofia Coppola. I mean, her dad is an absolute legend, and she's made some decent little flicks too. So yeah, I mean, I guess her being involved with this, it's probably may draw some people in. Maybe I wouldn't call her presence like a negative, so it's kind of a minor pro having Sofia Coppola's name on this. So it's a minor pro. So it's pro number two. Pro number three, I guess the subject matter. I mean, this is like Elvis but not really about Elvis specifically. Not from like his POV, his perspective. This is from his wife's perspective. Right, it's about her, like her side of Elvis's story, which definitely makes this stand out because most media, I mean, look at last year's Elvis from Warner Brothers with Austin Butler and Tom Hanks. That was very much about Elvis, but this is taking more of an opposite approach, where Elvis is still here, but he's not really the main character. Like his wife Priscilla is the main character, so having that might help it stick out a little bit more. So label that as a pro. Uh, I think that's really it. I mean, this is from A24. I should mention them. A24. They have a pretty strong track record when it comes to their movies. Their weird movies and their awards movies. I mean, everything everywhere all at once was technically both. And it was their biggest hit ever last year. They also have other like award centric movies like Lady Bird, Uncut Gems, Moonlight, uh I guess Disaster Artist, yeah, I'll count that. Room. Quite a few movies here. So obviously A24, I've mentioned many times, they have a pretty strong reputation. So I would label them as a pro. And I think that's really it. Yeah, I think that's it. So, all right, cons. This movie had a limited release last week. It didn't go that great. It only had a per theater average of 33K, which isn't exactly stellar. I mean, I don't even know what the best per theater average of this year is for like a limited release. I forgot what it was. But no, it was Asteroid City. Asteroid City did way better than this. So yeah, 33K, that's not exactly something that you'd want. Ideally, you want a high per theater average because at least the more publicity and at least the more interest in your movie. At least the more people want to watch a movie when it goes wide. But no, that 33K, that's not great. So I'm labeling that as a con. A somewhat weak per theater average for its limited start. So that's con number one. Con number two, this weekend is pathetic. It is so pathetic. It didn't need to be this way, man. We could have had Doom Part 2. Would have been awesome. But no. The strikes prevented that from happening. And instead, we're stuck with this. And two other movies no one cares about. Fantastic, right? So this is a weekend to skip. This is a weekend to stay home. This is a weekend to just do anything else other than to go to the movies. I mean, I know what I like. My major plan for Friday was to watch Invincible, the season 2 premiere, and that's exactly what I did. And I don't. So yeah, I most of you probably did that instead of what going to the movies because like, what is there to watch? Anything that you wanted to watch, you've probably seen already. So there's really nothing to watch or care about. So yeah, this weekend is just a dud. It's just a straight up dud. It's just a slow, pitiful weekend. So labeling that as a con, an easy con right there. There's another con is the fact that even though this is from his wife's perspective, people are gonna look at this movie and be like, "Haven't I seen this before?" Like they're gonna get some hardcore deja vu because Elvis with Austin Butler that came out last year, and that was exactly a small movie. That movie was a big hit. It really brought back that older crowd, to the theater. So the fact this is only like a year afterwards doesn't really help this movie, and the fact that this movie is way more low key when it comes to like buzz and everything when compared to the what was it, the Boz Lerman version. Yeah, that's a problem. So the fact that this movie may cause some deja vu for viewers because of the Elvis movie last year, yeah, that's a con. Definitely a con in my opinion. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. The rest of November is pretty rough. I feel like it's just gonna eat this movie alive. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. And that's it. So opening weekend, this is like 1,500 theaters. This movie will stand a better chance than the other two movies coming out this weekend, but it won't be by a whole lot. I'm gonna say 5 million, give or take. Like, you know what, 3 to 5 million. Let's go with that. 3 to 5 million, I think, is achievable. And then its legs might be good, but I don't know, man. 10 to 15 million. I'm gonna stick with that, and that's it. All right, one more movie to talk about, and I'm done for the weekend. Thank God. And that movie is What Happens Later, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. And check out more videos like this. I got playlists on the homepage, all previous prediction videos I've made this year. You want to watch any of them from beginning to now, or not beginning to now. If you want to watch any of them, the ones I've done this year, the past few years, you want to watch any of them, go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I go over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. Last time I talked about this movie was like one time, and that was episode 206. Talked about it alongside The Marsh King's Daughter, which also came out this weekend, funny enough, and The Shift. So you want to watch that episode, you want to watch any other ones I've done. I literally made one like an hour or two ago about the How to Train Your Dragon live action movie. That was episode 214. So you want to watch any of the past 214 episodes of Canceled, go right ahead. Go right ahead. You want to binge them all, go right ahead. Highly encourage it. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. Um, October recap will come out next week, so stay tuned for that. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.